T minus 50 seconds. T minus 50 seconds. We on live, y'all. Yes, we got a couple things to talk about tonight. Got a couple things to talk about tonight, y'all. We're going live in T minus 30 seconds. 30 seconds, y'all. T minus 30 seconds over here. T minus 30 seconds. Got a couple things to talk about tonight. Good time for football, y'all. So, we're going to be, it's going to click over in a minute, y'all. Y'all going to see me in a minute. Less than 15 seconds, 14, 13, 12. Uh-oh, here we go. Coming up on 10. There we is. Coming up on 10. T minus 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm kind of a little fast, y'all. But anyway, how y'all doing tonight? Another exciting weekend. Another exciting CFP weekend. Believe it or not, man, this has been crazy this week, man. I'm talking about that football game, Penn State, Notre Dame last night. Notre Dame wound up eking it out, winning that bad boy. Ohio State just winning the Cotton States. Cotton State, but Cotton Bowl. Cotton State is insurance company, but the Cotton Bowl. Ohio State just winning that game. Very exciting game. Seeing a lot of errors in that Ohio State game. I'm going to get that game in a second. But, that Orange Bowl last night was lit, man. I'm talking about, it was lit. Everything that had everything in it you can get. It was like Thanksgiving and Christmas all into one. It really was. Ohio State, Notre Dame eking that thing out, man. Notre Dame goes to the national championship. And I get to my predictions, later on with that whole thing. Ohio State and Texas, a lot of back and forth going on, but Ohio State, Texas did what I stated they would do. I'll get to that game in a second, but I'm gonna go ahead and get to this Ohio State game. Get this Penn State Notre Dame game. That's what I'm gonna get to it first. Of course, their score is right there. That Ohio State game. All that good stuff, and Ohio State beating Texas, and that was crazy last night. Let me see something. Let me get to the CFP bracket real quick. Hold on for a second. Okay. Semifinals. Boom. All right, there it is right there, y'all. Well, as you can see, we know who playing the national championship. But let's go to last night's game. The Capital One Orange Bowl. Penn State Nittany Lions, Nittany Lions. I can say it slowly. Penn State, Notre Dame 27, Penn State 24. Man, Riley Leonard, it really wasn't even. Riley Leonard, he really didn't. He had a decent game, but he made a lot of mistakes in that game too, But needless to say, Riley Leonard, he did his thing. You know what I'm saying? Riley Leonard, 223 yards rushing, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions. Now, Jeremiah Love, I keep telling y'all, Jeremiah Love is getting a touchdown every game. I don't think he got a touchdown the last, did he get a touchdown in the last game? I don't think he got a touchdown in the last game, but I'll look at that game in a minute, though. But I would say that, I think Jeremiah Love had come out during that game. Yeah, he was hurt during that particular playoff game. He was hurt, but he came back, got some touchdowns, scored pretty big. But Jeremiah Love, he delivered last night as usual for Notre Dame. He's a touchdown machine. He's going pretty much Jeremiah Love gonna get a touchdown every single game. But Riley Leonard again, 223 yards passing, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions. Jeremiah Love, 1 touchdown, 45 yards rushing. And Riley Leonard with the rushing touchdown. Because Riley Leonard and Jeremiah Love, it seems like they always get a touchdown in game. And this kind of on deja vu last night. Jaden Greathouse, 105 yards receiving, 1 touchdown. Also, just 1 sack last night they got on them boys, man. That was crazy right there. That was like, Notre Dame pulls through, hitting field goals, pretty much 3 touchdowns, hitting 2 field goals. And, just enough to beat Penn State. Now, don't get me wrong, Penn State. Now, here's the deal with Penn State, okay? Drew Eller, I would say a less than stellar performance from Drew Eller. 135 yards passing, no touchdowns, 1 interception. But guess what? Nicholas Singleton, their running back, their Penn State running back, and Katron Allen, yeah, they dynamic duo up at Penn State did pretty good. 3 touchdowns for Nick Singleton. And you know, the receiver, you know, Tyler Warren, you know, tight end, you know, he got his little bit in. And guess what? That Penn State defense showed up last night. But here's the deal. Penn State with 5 sacks on them boys. Penn State with 5 sacks on them boys. And you know, one of those touchdowns interception for Drew Eller, you know, it was kind of costly roundabout way. But Nick Singleton from Penn State, oh yeah, dude is definitely going to be the future of Penn State. Katron Allen, pretty good as well. So I do like, you know, the Fighting Irish, they got the energy. Marcus Freeman, listen, let me tell y'all something real quick. I literally got to take back everything that I said about Marcus Allen. Marcus Freeman. I'm thinking about Marcus Allen, the football player, not him. Marcus Freeman. I literally got to eat crow and take back everything from Marcus Freeman. Remember when they lost that game in Notre Dame to Northern Illinois University, and you know, wound up getting upset, and I went in and I just blasted old boy, and I was just like, yeah, you can lose your job, pull your scholarship, throw the man out the house like, you know, Jazzy Jeff on like Uncle Phil used to do Jazzy Jeff on the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Like, look, right now, I got to get all that stuff. Because, look, he beat my team. He beat the Bulldogs. Hey, he beat my team, man. And, look, Marcus Freeman, he got a job now. He really got a job. I'm telling you right now, man, hey, now, I'll give my predictions later on that game right there. But Notre Dame, they got the energy. They go to the national championship. Crazy part about it, they playing in Atlanta. This was going to be crazy about the whole, they playing in Atlanta. And crazy thing about it is, check this out. Well, I'm gonna get to that point later. I'll get to that point later. But Fighting Irish, they got the energy. They go to the national championship. Now, on to the bowl we had tonight, the Goodyear Cotton Bowl Classic. Yes, Goodyear, 100 years of Goodyear, sponsored by Goodyear. It is a Goodyear Cotton Bowl. You know, the infamous game. This was almost like a good game. Well, it was a great game too, down to the end. We had, you know, pretty much Texas and Ohio State in this game itself. So very good game. Hold on, let me see. Hold on for a second. Where am I looking at, y'all? Okay, yes, yeah, Texas 14, and you had Ohio State 28. Ohio State, I thought they was coming out the gate real fast. I'm like, oh my God. I say Ohio State from the run up. Ohio State from the run the table up. Actually, Texas came back and came back scratching. I mean, came back fighting. So that's a good thing I like about it. Ohio State with a dominant performance and everything. And like I said, I'm gonna get that game in a second with Texas. What Texas did to Ohio State, which proved my point. But Texas made too many mistakes. Now, let me get to the stats and the scores and things like that. Ohio State 28, Texas 14. Will Howard 289 yards passing, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Travion Henderson 42 yards, no touchdowns. But guess what? Quinshawn Judkins with 2 touchdowns. Hold on, my bad. I forgot that Travion Henderson touchdown, that 75-yard touchdown run at the end of the first half. That was a touchdown on Travion Henderson. Actually, the running backs did all the scoring tonight. Believe it or not, that was crazy, right? Well, at least on the Ohio State side. And, you know, Will Howard, I think he rushed in for 1, 2, if I'm not mistaken. But he did get a touchdown. And Ohio State with 4 sacks on the Longhorns. And actually, you know, Ohio State came in with a dominant performance, and also at the end of the game too. So they pretty much sealed their deal, sealed their doom. Quinn Ewers from Texas, 283 yards passing, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. All right, Quasharian Wisner, 46 yards rushing, no rushing touchdown from the Longhorns. But guess what? Jaden Blue, which is a rusher, number 23 for the Longhorns, 59 yards receiving, 2 touchdowns. So they'll pretty much all the scores that they had and everything, and 2 sacks on that. Now, here's my deal. I was gonna say, but no, Fighting Irish, they got the energy. They do play Ohio State. Ohio State advanced to the national championship as well. So here's my deal. Okay, this is a whole bunch of Texas made a whole bunch of mistakes. Excuse me. Mistake number one, when Steve Sarkisian had the ball on opening possession had the ball on the opening possession of the game, went for it on 4th down on their side of the field, failed on that. Pretty much giving Ohio State great field position where they came in and scored the touchdown that quick. Now, Texas came, now it will be 7-0 for a whole, for a while. Texas will come back, second quarter, score, okay, cool, no problem. To Quishon, well, I get the name in a minute. What was his name again? It was Jalen. No. What was his name? Yeah, Jaden Blue. That's who I'm thinking about. Quishon Judkins from Ohio State, but more so Jaden Blue from Texas, which pretty much scored that touchdown in the second quarter. Now, here's what's going on. Texas at the end of the second quarter. I'm sorry, but Texas will come back at the end of the second quarter. Ohio State will come back at the end of the second quarter and get that 75-yard touchdown after Texas scores their touchdown. So what happens is Ohio State drops the linebackers back. Ohio State throws that screen. Quishon Judkins go in for that 75-yard touchdown run at the end of the first half. And that's what I thought that there was another mistake that they had, with Texas, and also Texas going for it. And Texas would fight back, but Ohio State come back again with a warehouse touchdown. Oh, what's it for Quishon Judkins? I forgot. It was a rushing touchdown. Texas would come back, and what they would do is go all the way down. They got a couple calls on pass interference. First and goal, they got them down to the 2-yard line. Okay, cool, no problem. What Texas does, they go out there and try to run the ball. Ohio State, they go big on the end zone. It's no way. And then try to run, and then go try to run on the running back up the middle. And what they should have did, just in my opinion, I'm Steve Sarkisian, I'm putting Arch Manning in. I'm doing trick play on that right there. So they get a trick play with Arch Manning. So this is my thing. Steve Sarkisian, he did some crazy bone-headed calls on that whole thing. Now, one thing I would give Steve Sarkisian and what Texas did, and I said this last week that they would do in order for Texas to win this game, they put a bracket on Jeremiah Smith. So they did that part right there. That was the part they got that part right all day long. Ibuka, he got him some yards and everything. He got some plays and everything in and all that good stuff. They did have a tight end, but it was more so, like I said, Ibuka, he was the one that will have to show up. And what he did, he came through a lot tonight. Now, the running backs for Travion Henderson and Quishon Judkins for Ohio State, they showed up and showed out. So that was a good thing. So I think the running game pretty much saved, and then Steve Sarkisian kind of like, did some boneheaded stuff at the beginning of the game that cost him. So you got to be real careful as you're a coach. If you're a coach, you're a team, don't do no bonehead thing at the beginning of the game. It cost you at the end of the game. And this is exactly what happened with the Texas Longhorns. Basically, all this hook 'em. I mean, hey, Ohio State came in, shook them. So Ohio State shook them tonight. So Ohio State going to the national championship game. They're playing Notre Dame in Atlanta. It's 2025, January 20th. Actually, it's the day of the presidential inauguration of President President-elect Donald Trump. So Inauguration Day, Martin Luther King Observance Day, and National Championship Day. Pretty much, it's like probably the biggest day, I think, just like one of the biggest days in the nation's history. So Ohio State favored by 9.5 points. I think Ohio State is pretty much, believe it or not, I'm just gonna be honest with you all. I said this last week that this game right here, this Ohio State-Texas game, is pretty much gonna be the national championship de facto. I mean, Ohio State, they pressured Quinn Ewers all night. I don't think Notre Dame's gonna I don't think Notre Dame is going to actually. I'm gonna say they're going to be dominate that. I think Notre Dame has hit the bottom. I like Ohio State. I have been saying I've been riding. Well, Ohio State, I have been riding with them for a minute. I think when they beat Oregon, when they beat Tennessee, I was like, okay, wild card weekend, or just to open it home for a home game, this, that, and the other. Okay, cool, no problem. We ride it on out. And they went out there and they beat Oregon with Jeremiah Smith. Went out there and played and just went roughshod on them. I was like, you know what? Ohio State for to run this whole table. And, quite honestly, they did. Texas did. Their defense did show up, but I think Ohio State just had too much firepower. Ohio State, they're probably going to wind up. Well, I got Ohio State winning the national championship. I'm just going to be honest with you guys. I mean, Notre Dame, I'm not saying they hit their bottom, but I just don't think that I don't think right now, just in my opinion, I don't think anybody's going to be able to stop Ohio State right now. I mean, and this is the crazy part about it. It's crazy how Marcus Freeman, looked like he was on the hot seat. He came through and went to the national championship. Ryan Day, him losing to Michigan. Okay, of course they lost to Oregon, and then him losing to Michigan. And I think if Ryan Day would have lost that playoff game against Tennessee, I think Ryan Day probably would have been fired. That's just my opinion. But hey, they pulled through. Ohio State, they dominant. So it's gonna be very interesting next week. I think they're gonna come out playing hard. I think Ohio State. Not to say I'm not taking anything away from Notre Dame. I just don't think no Ohio State has too much firepower, and yeah, Ohio State is too good. And this is the crazy part about it. This is a fun fact and define irony. Do you know that there are no SEC teams in the no, there were SEC teams that were in the college football playoffs. Let me rephrase that. In the college football playoffs, but no one in the national championship game. No SEC team. So that's what's crazy about it. Well, it was like that last year too. We were in the playoffs last year, when they said Alabama and Michigan in the Rose Bowl, which was a good game. Don't get me wrong. I love that game. So again, that was the national championship de facto last year too. This game tonight, the combo was actually the national championship de facto in this game tonight. So it's a very good football game. It's very interesting times coming up. And also, like I said, Ohio State, probably my prediction is Ohio State. Ohio State, it's just their year. I'm just sorry. It's just their number, just their year. But at any rate, that's pretty cool. So congratulations to the Fighting Irish. They got their energy. Congratulations to the Ohio State Buckeyes. They got their energy. Now, moving on. Football. And also, let me segue into another aspect of the of sports itself and football in particular. Of course, you know about the LA fires. LA is on fire. It's crazy. I'm in Atlanta. LA got fire. Atlanta got ice. Fire, ice. I won't try to be funny. No. Well, on a serious note, LA got fires out there in LA, and because of those fires, and this is the crazy part about it. And being serious right now, I'm looking at these images, these pictures. Hollywood Hills on fire. You know what the Hollywood sign is in Cali? What the Hollywood sign is? Their whole area is burnt down. All the houses are burnt down. Even on the coast, Malibu, California, all those houses are burnt down. I mean, LA's relatively burned to a crisp. They're talking about 35,000 acres. 360 people being evacuated. I said all that to say this right here. I mean, it's a serious note. I'm praying for the victims and the families and people who are affected by this whole thing. But at the same time, let me say this right here. Because of those fires, a lot of games have been postponed, rescheduled. I know with the Clippers, I think it was, hold on. I got my notifications right here. Hold on for a second. Hold on. Let me do this real quick. With the, hold on. It says, okay, the NBA postponed games. So Spurs, Lakers, Hornets, Clippers game scheduled for Saturday in Los Angeles will be rescheduled due to wildfires. So those games are being rescheduled. Football related, the Rams and Vikings game, from what I've been told, is probably going to be rescheduled too. So they're probably going to wind up rescheduling the NFL playoff game. We don't know. Maybe they'll move it somewhere. I don't know. I think they're supposed to be postpone the game for because of those wildfires. So that's what's going on. So wildfires affecting a lot of things in California right now, and particularly Southern California, the Los Angeles area. So this is going on right now. So, you know, of course, I'm going to do the show tomorrow. I'm going to do the show on Sunday. And, you know, pretty much go over the scores and stats and things. Because college football is over with. I got one more game of college football. And I may Monday. I think I might do something on Monday. I got to find out what time. Either on Monday or either on Sunday. I know I'm going to do something on Sunday night. Because, you know, that's when on the football, all that good stuff. There's only one more game left with that. But at any rate, I'm going to be on tomorrow after the Saturday night playoff game. Who plays on that game? Let's see here. Hold on. NFL playoffs. Let's see here. Let me hit here. Oh, I'm sorry. Hold on. Yeah. Let's see. All right. Lions, Eagles. Okay. All right. This. Yeah. Okay. Hold on. Let me go here real quick. Hold on. Let me go here. I gotta find out. Hold on. Hold on, y'all. I didn't expect to do this right here, so you got to bear with me for a minute. Oops, sorry, I'm sorry, y'all. I got that. All right, let's go here. Okay, all right, there it is right there, y'all. All right, now I got everything pulled up. Of course, you know what's going to happen. On Saturday, okay, actually that game right there, the Minnesota, the Vikings and Rams game, from what I have been told or what I'm hearing, is that game might be canceled. So let me go here for a second. Hold on. My bad, y'all. I'm just trying to pull something up here real quick. Let's see. Okay. All right, here it is right here, y'all. I'm trying to pull this thing up. I'm gonna come back to y'all in a second. All right, I'm sorry. Okay, hold on. It says right here. All right, Rams set for Saturday practice in Arizona after playoff game versus Vikings move due to fires. Arizona let's see. After the NFL announced Thursday that the NFC wildcard round game between Los Angeles Rams and Minnesota Vikings will be moved to State Farm. Oh, okay. All right. So here it is, y'all. Okay. I thought, okay, I knew I heard something about it being postponed. Actually, relatively, the game has been moved to Arizona due to the fires. So the game would not be played in LA at all due to the fire. So I just want to put that in there. And good thing I'm talking to y'all about this, because I wouldn't have known I was watching the football game. So the Rams and Vikings game has been moved. Their first count, the NFL wild card round game between the Vikings and the Rams have been moved to Glendale, Arizona, the State Farm Stadium. So there it is right there. So the game is not postponed. It's relatively have been moved. So the NFL has relatively made preparations. So, you know the teams that are in Arizona. So that game is going to be played right there. So there it is right there. So again, hey, there it is right there. Another major announcement going on with the LA Fires. A couple of games have been postponed. NBA games have been postponed. But anyway, I'll be on Saturday night. Tomorrow night after the who play? Hold on, let me go back here real quick. I'm sorry, I have to go back here. Let me real quick. So, oh wait a minute, hold on, wrong one. Yes, all right, okay. So let's go here real quick. Because I forgot who playing tomorrow. Actually, let's see. Tomorrow, okay, 4:30 is Chargers. Chargers, Texas. Steelers, Ravens, and who plays on Saturday? I think that's the only two games that are going to be coming on. So it's actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, so those 6 games. So I'll be on here after the Steelers Ravens game tomorrow night. So this is the schedule for tomorrow night. It's 2 games coming on tomorrow, one at 4:30 and one at 8 p.m. So I'll be on here tomorrow night after the Steelers Patriots game. I like, believe it or not, and let me give you my predictions for tomorrow because I'm gonna be watching both games. Predictions for tomorrow, I got the Chargers beating the Texans. I really do. Now the Steelers, the Ravens will probably beat the Steelers with conviction. I think they're gonna pretty much manhandle the Steelers tomorrow. So those are my predictions for tomorrow. I give you my predictions tomorrow night on the other two games when I do the live stream. So that's my show for tonight. Again, Fighting Irish, Buckeyes, y'all got the energy. Next championship, next Monday night, January 20th, in Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta. Also, Chargers beating the Texans, Ravens beating the Steelers on tomorrow. I'll be on tomorrow night. So, and I give my other predictions going forward on tomorrow night. After the game, be sure to tune in after the Steelers Ravens matchup after the game. So maybe like a couple minutes after following that game, then I'll be on live stream. Till then, have a good night. Congrats to your team.